And hello everybody, and welcome back to week 65 of our Minecraft Let's Play series. How are you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing very well. So yeah, week 65, and we do actually have things planned this time instead of me doing little tiny projects around our world. But there are still tiny projects, don't worry, but we do have a more grand thing that I do want to work on this week, and I will tell to you guys about that now. So here's our list. Obviously, at the start, we have the villager hall. I want to get more villagers in. Then we have on our mining hole, I went ahead and built a new ledge, or, cleared out a new ledge. We may go ahead and fix that up, we may not, we'll see what happens. We've got some base improvements, we've got the expanding the wall, which I'm thinking of expanding it to the water that is over at the left of this area, like putting the wall there. Now that we have the actual wall built over on this side right here, I just want to kind of copy this design and put it over that area. We'll eventually get it to actually be built over, in these larger areas, but I'm taking the smaller path first. Then I also need to go ahead and fix our smeltery. I'll explain the issue with that when we get to it. And I also want to go ahead and fix our spider farm. It doesn't look that great. I realized that one of the tubes that brings the spiders into the area wasn't made correctly, so yeah, these are things that I need to fix. But obviously, the first thing I'd like to do is I want to go ahead and add more villagers to our villager hall. And of course, they're going to be the Fletcher variety. So what I need to do is I need to head to the Nether, move them all over. But first, I'm going to go ahead and grab enough materials to actually trade with them. Because right now, kind of where we stand is these are the materials that I have left from our last trading, which isn't bad, but I do want to kind of grab, I'd say probably a few more sticks. The gravel is still enough, and then I also want to grab some more string, so I'm going to need another shulker box from our ender chest. I'm going to grab some sticks, go grab some string, and then we will head over to the Nether, bring the villagers over, and then go ahead, trade with them, see which ones we want to keep. That's the plan. See how it works. And I should also mention that we only have 7 villagers here today and not the usual 8 because villager breeding is weird and sometimes they don't actually breed all the villagers I need. So yeah, we're 1 down, that's fine. 7 to 9 is usually what I like to do, so yeah, let me move these guys over. Alright, never mind, we do actually have 8. Now I gotta make sure he doesn't go into any of the portals. Alright, now that we've got all the villagers here, we are going to go ahead and move them all into their respective places upstairs first because I already have the rail here. And alright, now that we've gone ahead and moved them all in, you know the drill. I'm going to go ahead and trade these guys sticks, flint, and string. We're going to get them up to expert level or master level, and we will see if any of them have the new arrows that we need. You might be wondering why this guy has a dirt block on him. That's because that's already a villager we have, so I'm leaving him alone. So let's get started, and I will show you guys a few trades, and then I'll just show you guys what they all have at the end of this. And alright, once again, we have way too many resources in here, even some of our resources going into here, but that is alright because what we will now be doing is figuring out whether or not those villagers that I have traded with are actually worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and just remind everyone what we need when it comes to the arrows. We need swiftness, fire resistance, night vision, leaping, weakness, possibly luck, slow falling, infestation, oozing, weaving, and wind charging. Alright, so let's find out. You don't have arrow trades. Gone. You don't have arrow trades. Gone. You don't have arrow trades. Gone. You have poison. We already have a poison, I believe. So what was it's poison for 2 emeralds? I'm going to assume that's the same down here. Who's my poison guy? Is my poison guy up here? I thought I had poison. Oh, there he is. Yep, Simdred. So, gone. You have oozing. That is someone we don't have, so you get to stay. You have night vision. Also one we don't have. You get to stay. You have strength, which we do have. You also have a quick charge crossbow compared to whatever this guy down here has, which is a tripwire hook trade, which honestly, I don't know who's worse. I'm not a fan of the crossbow trade, but I'm also not a fan of the tripwire hook trade. You have strength too. You just went out amongst the strength guys now. Alright, so in total we got to keep 2 villagers, or 2 new villagers out of 8. That was a quarter of the villagers that got to stay, because now we have oozing and night vision. I really should go ahead and either put signs or item frames above their heads that have the arrows that they are actually marked with, so maybe in the future I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. So we're just going to leave it as is and go do something else. So I will be meeting you guys back at our base. And now that we're back here, there are actually 2 things at our base that I want to go ahead and get done. The first thing that I want to talk about was actually over in our smeltery system that, we built this, I don't think too long ago, but at least a decent bit. And it'd honestly probably be easier for me just to tell you what's wrong with it instead of showing you. And that is the fact of this right here. Our little line right here is broken. Essentially, the current issue with this thing at the moment is that for some reason, whenever I throw items into these minecarts, like just these top ones, they'll come around here, and if the minecart that is supposed to put coal into these guys comes around, then we run the issue of, well, it just doesn't work because the minecart that is supposed to put coal, for some reason, if they line up perfectly right here, it will pick up whatever is in this minecart and place it into our hoppers down here, which is not something I want. So I'm going to be tearing these out. Honestly, that one could have stayed in. I'm going to be tearing out these detector rails and adding a few more rails to this system, like so, and then of course getting rid of these. And then I'm just going to pray this works. So these go here, and essentially we just have to hope that this is a brickety thing. So I'm going to go ahead, kick that over to there, and then we got to make sure that it actually runs on all 3. All right, 1, 2, 2. Oh no, that is not good. So it makes it down here and makes it over to here, but after that, give me a second, I'm gonna need to figure out how to make this work. Alright, there we go. So that does actually work now. It runs a little bit stranger, but it also has a detector rail not used, so I'll take it. Alright, that was all I wanted to do with this. It was a small fix, thankfully. I got worried for a second there because I thought it was going to be this whole process. Because sometimes when I do things on camera that I haven't tested out beforehand, it does end up taking a lot longer. And now the next thing I want to go ahead and do at our base, and the last thing actually as well, now is I want to go ahead and see if we can expand the wall that was over here and place it over into this corner over here. And I thought about this because there's two ways I could have done this. I could have made it so that the wall was level with the other wall, meaning that the wall would have been possibly, well, as you can see, it's up here, which that's a decent ways. So what I was thinking would be better is to take this, make the gate that's going to be on the ground first, and then build the wall around that. Otherwise, it is the exact same process, so I'm going to go ahead, get to it, and I will show you guys the finished product. Right, there we go. There is the wall built, even though it's obviously very not complete. And just like the last one, we have the doorway here that allows us to go into here. And this is what it looks like from the other side. Now you may notice that I have the thing very much not terraformed, and there is actually a very good reason for that. And that is because I thought about it, and I thought it'd be cool if we actually implemented a boat into this cavern, and then have a dock kind of walk around here, and then also have maybe like a little thing coming across here. I thought it'd be neat, but we'll see if I end up doing that or not. We'll see what happens, but I don't want to terraform that just yet. But that finally gives us some protection from the outside here, and of course gives us some lighting here too as well. So, you know, very good. But that's all I wanted to do at our base currently. So now what I need to do is grab some materials and head over to the next place. Actually, before I forget, I realized I forgot to put these trapdoors down. My mistake. There we go, that's better. And that next place actually is right here at our mining hole. And there's not a very big project I want to do today, but it is something that I want to do that I've done with all the other ledges, and that is the fact that I went ahead, finished up this ledge, and now I want to go ahead and, you know, put the usual stone under it, because, well, like I said, between weeks, I went ahead and actually put grass on top of it because we cleared out the lava. This shouldn't take too long. It's just going to be me putting some stone under here to make it flush more with the actual wall underneath it. So see you guys in, well, a little bit for you, probably about 15 to 30 minutes for me. And alright, there we go. I mean, it looks a little bit jagged in areas and a little too straight for my liking, but it gets the job done, I think. So that means now that we have all of these taken care of, there's only one more to do, and that's the one I ended up testing the blast method on a while back. Honestly, clearing out that one might take 2 weeks, so I might not be coming back here for a bit. We shall see, though. But that does mean that once we get this cleared out, I can go ahead and put the ledge down, and we'll have our little areas taken care of. And we can also possibly start actually getting some builds in here, like maybe, if possible, get some bridges between these going or something. Like have a bridge connecting from here to there might work. I'm not too sure actually because of the chain, but we shall see. Definitely not a bridge from here to that one though. But I'd like to start actually connecting these up. This also could use as possibly a cleanup in the future, but again, we'll see that in the future maybe. Just for right now, I'm still trying to get these ledges taken care of. And the way I'm thinking about this build, I'm thinking I want to get this top area cleared up first and then worry about the whole area down there, because that's going to take a lot of digging and mining to do. But yeah, that is everything I actually want to do here for today. So we're immediately going to head back to our base, grab some more materials, and then we're going to actually head to our spider farm to go ahead and try today and basically repair it, and as well as possibly make it look a little bit nicer. I don't know if there's any way for us to fix the spiders getting stuck, but we'll see, I guess. And alright, now that we are here at our spider farm, it is time for us to actually do something about how this place looks. Now, first things first, we need to take care of this tunnel down here because it is not on the same water level as the other two, and I think it'd be easier just to move it up. At least I'm gonna hope it's easier just to move it up, and if it's not, then we have a bigger problem. So what I need to do is I need to take these torches and we need to light up the area first. And now that we have that lit up, we can really work in our little tunnel down here. And actually, I should probably just light up all of them. And now I want to clear out all the spiders, which is going to be easier said than done, to be honest. Now that all of these spiders are taken care of, I'm going to actually change how I have all three of these, and you'll see why I'm going to change all three of these in a second. So, give me a moment. I didn't bring buckets. Right, here we are now. This is going to look a little bit different. As you can see, I punched out some walls, but the tracks for where the spiders go are now, well, the glass is no longer on the sides, it's on the top. And I thought this would look a little bit neater to be able to like walk on top of where they are than just like see from the sides. So we have that, and this one is also moved on top now. So with that taken care of, my next plan is we're going to go ahead and decorate this entire room. That might be a tall order, but I am willing to at least try. So I'm probably going to just, in the end, design it, and I'll show you guys the end product, because this is going to take a bit, so I will be back. Alright, slight progress update from where we were last time. I have done a decent bit of building, as you can see. Things are filled in, things are a little bit more claustrophobic, and there's also an actual floor between floors. But I've also noticed this is taking a lot more time than I thought I was going to. So, because of that, I'm going to focus on mainly the top floor for today, or this week I should say, and then I think next week we'll go ahead and knock out the bottom floor. So yeah, I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for the fact that I just don't have enough time this week. So I apologize for that, but yeah. Yay, more procrastinating on this project. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this top floor done at least. And alright, after about an hour of building, this is kind of what I ended up with. It's a bunch of dark oak, obviously, because I wanted to go ahead and try to take the aesthetic of the original, you know, the mine shaft that is usually here in the Mesa biome or the Badlands biome. So there's a bunch of dark oak. We still have these head hitters because we have the water going up top. This I might need to change in the future just to go one block higher to go into these chests, but we shall see. And then, yeah, nice nice open room over here. This is where our chests usually are. And then this is the exit to the outside. Now, instead of having it over in this corner. I don't think it looks bad. It definitely could be improved upon, but for what it was originally, this looks a lot better. Now, of course, like I've said before, we do have the issue of I have not done anything down here. So all this is going to have to be changed in the future, but that's a future problem. I think where I want to put the enchantment table is under the chest, but we'll see about that. It might honestly end up going to the top floor up here, and this might just be a maintenance floor, because we can definitely probably punch this out and make it an enchanted area, but we shall see. Because for the time being, that is actually all I have time for. Yeah, I know we didn't go ahead and do as much on this build as I was hoping, but that's going to happen from time to time. But we did go ahead, work on this, and it looks a little bit nicer than it did before. As well as we went ahead, put more Fletchers into our villager hall. We fixed the ledge over at the mining hole, and we went and expanded the wall as well as fixed our smeltery over at our base. So in all, I still say that's a pretty good day. But yeah, that's going to be it for this week. I hope you all enjoyed. I thank you all for watching. You all take care. Have a great week. And I'll see you guys hopefully in the next one. All right. Bye-bye.